have the NSX trans getting cleaned off. You can see the remnants before we get done with it. We got to clean all that grime off. We'll hit it with some cleaner after that, and then lay a coat of paint on it just to keep it clean and fresh. Easier to clean off down the road too. And yeah, we got the clutch and flywheel, which I will go show you in a second. Hold on. We got the Exetti flywheel, which, man, the box is actually taped up. There you go. We actually sell, this combo right here we sell a ton of these. Exetti flywheel with the competition clutch. We sell, these are very popular with the K series guys, 8th and 9th gen guys. Man, I'm gonna have to unwrap that. Okay, well, you'll see that in a second. I'll put the phone down here and I'll unwrap it. Hold on. So, you can hear that he's going at the trans still. Let me shut this. Got that unpacked. So this combination right here, Exetti doesn't sell. They don't offer a bunch of different clutches when it comes to stages and all that stuff. So that's why a lot of guys run the Exetti flywheel with the competition clutch. Also for price, Exetti clutch is a little bit cheaper. We got a 6-puck in here. And then what I have in here is we run an OEM throwout bearing. We've had these bearings fail over time. A little bit of an upgrade that we do. Not only do they fail, they're a little bit louder than an OEM bearing, we feel. So this will be getting slapped on the motor. We'll slap the trans together and drop it in. Got to put the intake manifold on first, which I'll go find that. Hold on. Intake manifold we're going with. A little dusty. I just got to dust it off. Customer really wanted this one. It's going to look nice. It's going to perform good too, so that's a plus. And before it slides off here, I'm just going to put it on the floor nicely. So we got that going on. The engine, hold on one second here. Coming back. And the block is on the stand because we had to do the timing chain over here. And it's easier to work when it's on the stand. We hit it with a fresh coat of paint. It's just easier to work with. It's cleaner. We can wipe it down. We still got to unmask it, of course. We still got to clean around here. There's a couple areas we'll hit with acetone to clean up a couple areas, couple sensors that we took out. So it's not anywhere near complete. And of course, I guess you can say, I probably don't have to say it, but we'll take the tape off. We'll clean the mating surfaces up. We use acetone. If you've never used acetone before, it will take paint off pretty nicely. Try not to get it too much on your fingers because I was told that it actually goes through your skin and can go into your, I think your blood or something. My one close buddy is, he's an art person, and I remember him telling me about that. So we'll take all this off. We're going to get the intake manifold on. He's going to finish the he's going to finish cleaning the trans up. We'll put it all together, put the clutch and flywheel, and then drop this motor in. And we're waiting on the turbo manifold, but if I can speak to one of my customers that has one, he might let me borrow it for mock-up purposes and start doing fabrication. So, and of course, the oil filter is coming off. That is just there to cover that area up. And like I said, I know some guys go crazy with their blocks and I've seen guys get powder coated even. We just want to freshen it up a little bit, clean up the bay a little bit. We clean the subframe up in the other segments, videos. So he wants the valve cover powder coated. I believe he's shooting for like almost the same kind of color. I'm going to see if he wants to do maybe like a gunmetal-ish, though. Something a little bit darker. I think it would offset the block a little bit. He doesn't want to go with red, which is fine. Ultimately, it's his build, and we respect that too. It's his dream. It's his baby. So we got that going on. Let's see how far we can get, and we will keep on busting ass over here. So I wanted to do a quick little video here, and I'm going to put this in line somewhere. I've been a little bit backed up on videos. We've been slammed here, and we were down a guy because he had to have some surgery. But we're fighting a fueling issue with this lime green hatch, and we thought the injectors fixed it, but the next morning, car didn't really want to start again how it should. We noticed every time it was cranking, when it was cranking, the fuel pressure literally was dropping down to 0. So first thing we're going to try is replacing the regulator, because this has a no-name type regulator. We also noticed when we went to move the vacuum line literally, the vacuum fitting was cracked. Not a huge deal. That wouldn't cause a starting issue, but just what you get with cheaper products like this. But the reason I want to do this video is for 2 reasons. Number one, on this AN fitting, you can see Teflon tape. AN fittings do not require Teflon tape like that. See how the little, at the very end, the little nipple, that is what seals an AN fitting. You do not need Teflon tape. What it's going to do is going to break down, and inside here, I might have to, well, you can see it all inside there. And I'm going to tell you a reason why, but there's other stuff that's broken down inside there too that almost looks like they use like Loctite. I'm not too sure. And then the O-rings are stiff as a rock. So I know the camera's trying to focus and pick up, but the one thing too, with these cheaper regulators and cheaper fuel rails, they never want to seal because they don't have the proper machining on the surface. So when you take one of these, and these are just in loosely, and this is going to be hard and might have to get some more light, but you can see how in the machining they taper it down right there where my thumb is. They taper that down so the O-ring actually sits in there, and it doesn't want to smush out. So if you ever see a cheap regulator or a fuel rail, you'll notice that the O-rings they squeeze out, and they're almost impossible to seal. And this is what I feel like they were doing here with all the Teflon tape garbage. And let me I'm going to stop recording here. I'm going to get the light on here. Hold on one second. So you can see, if you see all the way down there, see that gunk? That's all the stuff just breaking down and getting stuck in the regulator. So not good for the fueling system. Let's say this car didn't have the problem that we're having. That stuff's going to get broken down. It's going to end up in your fuel system. It's just not something that you want. It's not pleasant. So we're going to take, I mean, look at all that crap. And you could see that little like brown chunk? It almost appears like Loctite when Loctite dries. So definitely not good. Something that's, you don't want to skimp out on fuel parts. I mean, they're very important. If you have something that fails in the fueling system, I mean, your motor will literally, it's pretty much lights out instantly. There's not 1 or 2 chances. And, with the fuel pressure gauge, and we started incorporating fuel pressure sensors into Honda S300 and K-Pro so we can data log it. But you're not going to watch this gauge when you're doing a pull. You're not going to see if you're having a fueling issue. But yeah, look at that. It's a better little capture of it. So I guess it's a blessing in disguise that he's having a fueling issue and we're replacing this anyways. But yeah, Teflon tape, big no-no. Big no-no when it comes to AN fittings. So we've been swapped here and we got some new lifts arriving. It's gonna get a little loud and we're gonna have to unload them, so I will come back with the video, but got some new goodies here. So I'm gonna turn down the scary music and come back here. So we got a lot of stuff going on, and I mean a lot. We had this BMW in for an intercooler install, along with intercooler piping, knocking that out. Our big thing too, and wherever I had the video, we got these lifts that are going up. Pretty much redesigning the shop. I had a plan from the beginning how these lifts need to kind of lay out. We got another Civic up front here. This one's getting some security measures taken care of. We got an Infiniti up in the air that we're doing an engine swap on. It's actually supercharged. The old motor blew up. I believe ultimately it blew up because it probably wasn't tuned properly. So we got that going on. I haven't been taking some videos in a minute. I don't know where I kind of left off, so I'm just gonna walk over here. We have the Vega, of course. This one's down on the ground right now because the lift ultimately is gonna be moved. We finished this one up. I don't know if I mentioned, so we did the downpipe, got the exhaust hanger, we got the new Turbo Smart wastegate on. We're doing dump tube on this, but we're waiting on material. We need a catch can. So we got a lot of stuff going on in between. We have a block at the machine shop right now that's getting time inserted. We were doing LSV tech for the guy. The guy supplied his own motor. Long story short, he bought a car. The guy gave him a block. His old motor, which actually I documented in I think last video I did, his old motor ripped out the engine mount. So we're doing that. But when we were doing the head studs, when we went to tighten the head studs by hand, it literally kept spinning, and we noticed the threads were gone. So it's at the machine shop. That's getting time inserted right now. We're still waiting on the transmission for the Element to get rebuilt. We have a company that rebuilds automatic transmissions. We have parts everywhere over there that are just laid out. We got this car coming in now. This one was a no start originally. Ground cable was bad on the trans, the starter. When it was in here, we noticed after we got it running that it was misfiring. Valve cover's leaking, and it's also leaking into the actual spark plug holes, which he sees where I'm going, so you see all the oil. So we're gonna do that real quick with him, for him. New spark plugs too. You wanna prop that hood or no? No, you're good. So yeah, keeping them coming, keeping them rotating. When we get the new lifts up, new lifts will be plus. Also had an issue again with our compressor. This time it wasn't the actual motor side with the piston, it was the electrical side. We believe it shorted out. We're kind of confused actually, so we're not 100% sure on that. We got it running right now to a point, but we're still testing it. Our biggest issue more so is if a car's on the dyno and our compressor decides it doesn't want to work, it's going to get stuck on the dyno for long term. So it's well after hours. I'm getting to a point of exhaustion tonight. Trying to clean up a lot of areas. We got a lot of stuff that's just getting swapped around. We got like our wire cart, our bolt cart that used to be over by the tire machine. The tire machine is moving. We're setting up the lifts ultimately where we want them to be. Kind of getting the layout down. We got the other lift, as you can see, next to it on dollies. We're moving that around. We're gonna plumb all the electricity. I've been staying after hours. I've been working nonstop, not only on work, which includes dyno tunes, running the business, making sure my guys have parts for stuff, making sure that, hey, such and such is coming in on Thursday. Are we gonna have the parts for it? So we've been doing a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of videos that are in between. This one's gonna be like a hodgepodge of videos, just because I haven't had the time. I seriously haven't. The end goal right now is not to be here on another Sunday. I've been working nonstop, 7 days a week. I seriously don't remember the last time I had a day off. And this is all because we want to make sure we don't just pause the business. Number one, it is a business. So if I pause the business, and what I mean by pause is meaning not bringing in any more work, it's not an ideal situation. The other stuff is we know guys have been waiting to get in, have been patient with us. Long-term projects have been patient. I'll say medium-sized projects have been patient. Thank you for that. You know, there's only so much we can do. And as I'm talking here, I'm just trying to document some stuff because, hey, you know, I could turn the camera around, but my face is not going to be what you're going to want to see. Well, maybe you will. But I'm tired, guys. I'm going to continue to work here for a little bit longer. I got to clean a couple little more corners out. Got to clean a couple more, we cleaned some workbenches in the back off to make it a little bit easier for, we're anticipating on being here Saturday, a little later than normal too. The guys have been killing it here, absolutely doing what they need to do, going above and beyond, not complaining about when I have lifts in the middle of the floor or lifts in front of our toolboxes. We got a lot of stuff. Been doing this now, as I said, if you watch me, 21 years. And of course, every year, last year was 20. It's been a long time, and we collect a lot of parts. We collect a lot of things over the years that customers just give us. Free motors, free transmissions. So we have a lot of, I call them my hoard pile because I don't like to throw stuff out. So when you collect all that stuff over a combination of years, and you don't want to just throw it out and junk it, because yes, every now and then we do need something. Hey, did we throw that throttle body out off the, did we throw it out off the one car that we did a throttle body swap on? No, we still have the stock one. Okay, well, this guy needs it. We don't have to sell him a brand new one. We could save him a little bit of money if he wants to buy a used one, which, a used OEM throttle body really can't go bad in a sense. So I'm going to continue to clean. You can see my shadow. I'm tired, exhausted. Got maybe about an hour left here. And I haven't been live on my Facebook on Thursdays that I've been doing. I'm going to try to get that back next week. I really enjoy doing that stuff, as I enjoy these videos, and the feedback I'm getting is amazing. I love hearing your guys' emails. I love seeing the comments saying that, what you're doing is awesome. I want to do that one day. Or, it's guys that feel like they've never been here before. They feel like they know me. And at the end of the day, what I put on this camera is just, it's more so an inside of my life. There's no in between. There's no, this is, like I said, it's late tonight. The shop is nice and quiet. Earlier I wanted to do a video. It was loud. Guys are working. It's a business. But basically I tell them I'm going live, and what that means is don't swear. Besides that, guys, I appreciate all the feedback. I'm going to try to get things back going next week, get a little bit more of a routine. Got a lot of stuff coming up, and we're ultimately trying to have our spring meet. So we're still in spring. Had to remember what month it is. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these, guys. Take care. Appreciate y'all.